Firstly, let's drain some chickpeas using a kitchen towel. Make sure they are really dry before moving on. Make sure you're using pre-cooked. Then I season them using salt, a tiny bit of olive oil, and sweet paprika. Mix them nicely so they get all the flavors before putting them in the oven. Grab a baking tray, cover with parchment paper, and lay on it your chickpeas. Place your chickpeas in the oven at 230 degrees for a half an hour or 40 minutes. And that's all. They're really easy but still very yummy indeed. You can eat them as they are or put them in a salad. To a bowl, add some chickpeas flour alongside with water. Stir it nicely. And add the water while you are stirring. Very important, remove all the bubbles that have formed on the surface using a spoon. Add olive oil and salt and stir it again. On the bottom of a small baking tray, add some olive oil and a vegetable of your choice. I used pumpkin, and then add your mixture. On the top you can add some seeds. I used pumpkin and sunflower seeds. They give an extra taste. I also added a teaspoon of olive oil. A second variant of this snack can be made using peas flour and following the same procedure. So mix your ingredients and remove the bubbles, and then add salt, oil, and this time I use some leek instead of the pumpkin because I think it goes great alongside with peas. And again I added my seeds. Let them cook for a half an hour at 220 degrees in the oven. Let them cool down for a couple of minutes before cutting them into pieces. They are beautiful and very tasty, and they're perfect for an appetizer. The third recipe are these beetroot chips. They're really healthy. Be aware that they are time demanding. So start off slicing your beetroots and placing them on a grate. I like to start drying my chips, placing them outside since these days are really sunny and hot. After some hours under the sunlight, I place my chips on a food dryer machine. You will find the link to mine in the description. They will need just a couple of hours to finish drying up. You can make them also using the oven. Last but not least, I will show you how to make some taralli pugliesi or scaldatelli as they are called in some part of Italy. Start adding to a bowl some all-purpose flour, salt and olive oil. I also like to add some cutted sprigs of fresh rosemary. Mix all your ingredients together, and after adding some water, start kneading your dough. Don't get scared if your dough is very stretchy and difficult to knead, because the hard work will be paid off. Taking just small parts of the dough, start rolling some strips. You want to roll starting from the middle of the strip and going to the ends of it. Once you reach a thin strip, cut it into 5 centimeters long pieces and form a little ring, pressing the ends together. Once your water is boiling, add your taralli to it, and when they come to the surface, drain them and place them on a towel. To come to the surface, they will need at most 3 minutes. Once they are completely dry, place them on a baking tray covered with parchment paper. I put them in the oven for 20 minutes at 200 degrees. Then I flip them and let them cook for other 10 minutes at 180 degrees, but this time the oven should be not static but a fan oven. Let them cool down for 10-15 minutes before eating them all, because they're fantastic. And for today that's all. I hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comment, and if you like, subscribe to my channel. You can find me on Instagram, and thank you for watching.